Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about just give you a little update on my mental health and stuff, because there's been some comments on some of the older videos. I used to talk about my anxiety and stuff quite a bit, and I just wanted to come on here and talk about some stuff because I feel like I'm getting to a point where maybe I'm figuring some stuff out. I thought it was ADHD causing my anxiety. I thought it was a bunch of other stuff. And I've been doing some more research and helping out at my aunt's house, which just kind of gave me a little bit of a reminder of my family's history. My mom passed away when she was 40 years old from an issue with her mitral valve in her heart. She died unexpectedly, randomly. It was crazy. This was like 18 years ago, 19 years ago now. It's crazy it's been that long. But everybody's like, oh, well, that's weird. We don't know what caused it. You know, we don't know of any of these issues. Make sure your kids don't have it. So I got tested. My other family members got tested. Everybody's good. Nobody's got issues. But my anxiety and stuff has always stemmed from feelings in my heart. Like, I think I remember like my first panic attack. It was like my heart randomly would start fluttering, and then I would freak out thinking I'm gonna die. My heart and I wasn't like scared about anything. But then after my heart started doing all this weird stuff, I got freaked out. I was like, what the heck is this? I don't know what's going on. So I would go to the hospital, they'd check me out, they'd hook up an EKG, do all this stuff, and it all came back fine, normal. And they're like, oh, you probably just got worked up about something, or I had too many monsters, I had too many energy drinks. And this was in high school. So after high school, I said, screw it. I'm quitting everything. I'm quitting smoking. I'm quitting energy drinks, no caffeine. I'm only going to live on water. So I did that. The problems kind of still persisted. Throughout the years, I've had anxiety just randomly for obviously I've realized being 31 years old now that shit happens in life that gets you stressed out. It gets you worked up. It's normal. Like, we all deal with it. But to the extent of I can just be sitting around and get like random heart flutters and stuff like that, without, obviously there's like stuff that maybe I'm thinking about. I don't know. But another thing this is totally random. I just grabbed my phone and wanted to talk about this because I'm really trying to do something about it, and I'm not trying to, die at an early age. Not saying that this is even my issue. It could just be anxiety, right? But I feel like there's got to be some sort of root cause to this, because I've tried a lot of remedies to fix it. And this just is kind of making sense to me. So anyways, after quitting everything, the problem still persisted. I moved on with life and just dealt with anxiety and these feelings of like I'm gonna die, and like I need to be close to a hospital or like close to civilization. Like, I always have this like imminent fear inside of me that is like, I can't get way too far out of town, because like, where's the nearest hospital, in case I have like a heart attack or something. Because my mom actually lived out of town, and, maybe she'd still be around if the hospital was closer. I don't know, just spitballing. So I feel like I have this like fear built into me now. That's like this constant anxiety and blah, blah, blah. I've gotten over a lot of it through faith in Jesus and just kind of leaning on the cross a lot lately has really helped me. And I feel like maybe he is showing me an answer here, because I've tried to pray about like, hey, just get rid of this anxiety, get rid of this internal feeling that I'm going to die. Like, it's not fun. I'm not productive. I'm not a good person when I feel this way. I just am mad at everything when I feel this way. And the prayers really never worked, but I think the closer I'm getting to God these days, the more I think he's showing me what the real problem is. And I think it's a problem with my heart. I was born with a heart murmur. I think that's like one thing that I can point to. I was born with a heart murmur. Anyways, going through high school, dealing with all this, I also had numerous tests done on my heart. They've done echocardiograms where they put an ultrasound on your heart. I've had stress tests done where you run on a treadmill, get your heart rate up to like 200 and just run as long as you can and do all these tests. And they would measure the valves and like see how they're sealing and measure your heart to see if anything's like larger than normal or if anything's like thicker or whatever. And I can't remember the exact notes, but my last time I went in, which was probably like 3 or 4 years ago now, they said that my aortic valve was thickened maybe, or something was enlarged. I think like the maybe my left side or something was enlarged. I don't know what that means. Like, is it a bowling ball? Is it like a little bruise? I don't know. And they also said like I had mild mitral valve regurgitation, which is like where my mitral valve doesn't seal. And I actually watched the footage with the heart doctor, and I was watching my valve, and you could tell like it was like an intake valve on a car that just like, it just didn't completely seal. And I feel I have days where maybe my valves are sealing good and I have so much energy, it's not even funny. But there's other days where like if I don't sleep enough, which has been happening a lot more with having Maverick, such a blessing, I love him. But when I don't sleep as much, I feel more heart sensations and more like uncomfortable feelings in my heart. But like if I sleep a lot and I can like, rebuild, restore kind of stuff, throughout the night or whatever, if like I get a good night's sleep, like I don't usually have as many symptoms the next day. But if like I don't sleep enough, I have way more feelings of like my heart's not right today. Something in my heart just feels off. Sorry, this is really long-winded and probably boring. But I'm just trying to see if anybody else has had these issues and like what they did and whatever. Because it's like, oh, do I go talk to another heart specialist about my leaking mitral valve? Because they told me it's mild. Maybe get a checkup every couple years or whatever. But really nothing they can do about it right now. They could put me on beta blockers. I think I was put on beta blockers at one point. And I didn't like how they made me feel because it was just such a, like I just felt so lifeless. Because I think the beta blockers cancel your adrenaline. Like they just like tone down adrenaline. And maybe this is why I like dyno tuning cars. I like flying my paramotor, drag racing, all this stuff. Because when like you have a valve issue like this, I think it depletes your magnesium and it increases your adrenaline. And I'm like, wow, makes sense. I'm an adrenaline addict. I love it. It's like I'm surrounded by it all freaking day, every day. Whether I like it or not, I'm like, just feeling like I'm ready to rip, Or it's complete polar opposite and I'm sleeping. Or like I'm so tired I can't even move. Another really big symptom that I've had that follows this mitral valve issue is, I think it's called dysemia. It's DYSM, something like that. And it's pretty much a fancy term for shortness of breath, where you have like a hunger for air. You're trying to take a breath in, but you like don't feel fulfilled. Like when you take the breath in, it's like you didn't get enough. And no matter how hard you try and breathe and breathe and breathe and do, like I've done so many meditations. I've done like these meditation breathing exercises and all this stuff, and none of it fucking works. And at least maybe I'm just not giving them enough credit or enough like focus. But anyways, that's like another symptom that I've had. Some days I don't know if I'm feeling crazy or not, or if like I am crazy. I swear there's some instances where I feel my heart leaking. Like I feel fluid or blood in my chest. Like I feel like I can feel it leak sometimes. And I think I'm just hypersensitive to like everything in my body. I'm so in tune with myself that I feel like maybe some people don't notice this kind of stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about it because, for one, I've learned over the years that you, me, whoever, ourselves, are the best advocate for our healthcare. If we don't take action ourselves, the doctor's not going to fix it. They're going to set you an appointment and come in and you can talk to them or see them. But until you're the one being like, hey, something's wrong, fix this shit, or whatever. So yeah, anyways, like I said, I had these tests done. They did say that I had mild, I don't know what mild means, mitral valve regurgitation or whatever. There was another like aortic valve that was thickened. And then I feel like I had left ventricle that was enlarged maybe, or something was enlarged. I don't know exactly what it was. I should probably look at the notes. I've been like vitamin D depleted. And the whole thing that sparked all this is I've been feeling like shit tonight. After getting really excited, I got really excited earlier, just about something cool that happened. And I was so pumped up, and I get this way when I go drag racing, and I feel like I don't do as much racing and stuff anymore too, because like I get so pumped up and I get so amped up and so passionate and so just, you feel every vein in your body's about to just burst because you're so excited, you're so stoked. And I get that way a lot. My problem is I can't come down from it. Like I want to relax and I want to sit down on the couch and my body's still just going. And that's where I was just feeling that way tonight. And I got, annoyed. So I went on YouTube and I'm like, hey, let's check this out. And I watched a Dr. Berg video about mitral valve and magnesium. And he talked about how taking magnesium, I can't remember the exact type that he recommends, but taking magnesium, which I've been told this before by other people too, like magnesium is good for the heart. If you take magnesium, what happens is magnesium goes down, adrenaline goes up. And I feel like I have way too much fucking adrenaline, like an unhealthy amount. And it's like, I wish I could balance them out. Adrenaline here, magnesium here. I feel like my life would be better in many aspects. And maybe I can have my heart be better too. And sometimes like I'll feel like, oh, I got arm pain, or like sometimes I'll have like chest pain. It's scary stuff, guys. And I feel like I'm really trying to take action for a lot of this stuff recently. One, because of this guy on the cross. And I've been just so into it, man. Jesus loves me, man. And he's showing me through telling me all this stuff with what maybe really is causing my anxiety. Maybe it isn't just some whatever, because I've always thought like this just doesn't seem normal. Like I know what anxiety is and I know what stress is and I know what all this stuff is. I just feel like maybe there's something else causing it. Like what's the root? What is the root? And I think following Jesus has helped me like think through stuff a little bit better. And like, I think he's on my side. He's helping me figure this stuff out. And having Maverick, and I want to be around for him. I really do. Like my mom died when I was 12 years old and she was my rock up until then. So after 12 years old, I was kind of on my own, which was a blessing, but and obviously like I have my dad and stuff, but a mom figure is a good thing to have around for many reasons. But anyways, not blabbing about that, but I'm just saying that I don't wish that on anybody. And I just think it's good to just be there for your kids. And I want to be the best version of myself. I don't want to be this tired, fatigued, feeling anxious, feeling like my heart's not right, just having these symptoms. And I've dealt with this for a long time, guys, like 15 years or so. Since I was in high school, I've noticed these symptoms And I just like didn't know where to turn. Doctors didn't know what to tell me to do, but I just feel it might be the right direction, and maybe somebody else can resonate out there that has had the same problem. Maybe they haven't. I don't know. I just figured I'd put it out there. God bless. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. We'll see you later.